Well, hi there guys, Mark here. We're here today again at Poole Moto here in the south of England, and today we're going to be taking out the all-new Zontes Zt125C. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, hi there guys, Mark here, and pleased today to be bringing you a review on the all-new Zontes Zt125C. And as always, many thanks to Poole Moto for lending me this bike today. So we just run through the specifications on this lovely looking, I don't know, cruiser, bobber style 125 machine. You can choose. I would run through the specifications, go for a little test ride, and then we'll do a final thoughts at the end. So price on this, very competitive, £2,899. I think for what you're getting here, a high level of specification. Zontes are very, very good quality bikes. I think it's good value for money. So yeah, £2,899 plus the on the road price, which is about £150. A1 license compatible. So it's a 125cc single cylinder, liquid cooled. Same engine that's used in all of the sort of top end Zontes bikes. Power is 14.5 horsepower at 9,000 RPM. Torque is 13 Newton meters at 7,000 RPM. So just first impressions of this machine, you know, it looks really cool in my opinion. It's like a sort of a mini little Honda Rebel. The usual excellent, and I mean excellent, Zontes build quality, fit and finish looks great. So the fuel tank size is pretty decent, 16.5 litre fuel tank. From experience with these engines, they're very economical. You're going to get about 90 to the gallon UK from this. So that's going to equate to over 300 mile tank range, which is absolutely superb. It's got a very nice low padded seat of 700mm, so that makes it accessible for all riders. So just take a quick look at me on the bike as a reference. I'm 5'7", 170 centimeters with a 30-inch inside leg, and you can just see how I fit it. Then you can compare that for yourself. £153 kilograms wet weight, so not too bad. Tyres are by CST. We have a 120 on the front, 16-inch front wheel, and a 140 on the rear, again 16-inch wheel. We have dual channel Bosch ABS, LEDs all round, daytime running light there as well. Tyre pressure monitoring, which is a nice touch. Do love these wheels, the look of the wheel looks really good. Single disc on the front, single disc on the rear. We have keyless ignition on this, so you just keep the key in your pocket. Decent suspension, very compliant over the bumps, non-adjustable at the front there, and twin shocks at the rear, which are preload adjustable. LCD dash, we'll look at that in a minute when we get on it. Electronic seat release, electronic fuel cap, backlit switches, It's really high spec, this bike. Adjustable clutch, very smooth. We have a full stainless steel exhaust all the way through. That's going to keep the rust at bay. Top speed on this going to be around about 70 miles an hour, but that would be absolutely flat out. I have GPS checked the speedo and it overreads by about 3-4 miles an hour at speed. It's more like sort of 60-65 is more your sort of comfortable cruising speed on this, really. 2-year warranty on these from Zontes. Servicing, it's cheap and easy. Should be about £150 I would have thought for a service. First service is at about 600 miles, and then subsequent services are at 3,000 miles, which is 5,000 kilometres. Nice little touch is that the rear light here is actually sort of built into the seat, which has a plug under it, so when you take the seat off, the light comes sort of with it, which is quite a unique touch. Nice that it comes with bar end mirrors. But no, it's a really nice looking bike. Anyway, let's take it for a test ride, shall we? Okay then, Zontes Zt125C. Let's try this out. So I've always been a fan of the Zontes 125s. They're lovely quality, they really are. When you sit on this, it's absolutely no exception. It's a very low seat height, so it's going to be accessible for a lot of riders. I'm only 5'7", but I'm sat right into the bike. It's very comfortable. It feels softly sprung at the back, and my legs knees are bent and my feet are flat to the floor, so that's a good start. And the bike doesn't feel heavy, 150 odd kilos, very easy, so that's great if you're a newcomer to biking. So just run through all the controls here. We have a very light, smooth, adjustable for span clutch, cable clutch. Have your headlight, flasher, high and low beam, hazards, indicators and horn, set, mode. Over this side, electronic seat release. So that's to sort of power up and depower the bike, and that's your kill switch. You have backlit switch gear. We'll look at that in a minute. And your engine start. So it's a keyless system on this. The fob's in my pocket. You just simply press there, powers up the dash. And we have a nice LCD dash there with a gear position indicator, revs along the top, engine temperature, fuel gauge, odometer, trips, time. You have your tyre pressure monitoring, low battery, high beam indicators, or your warning lights down the side there. So really nice dash there, I like that a lot. So to start it up, very simple. Starts up on the button straight away. It's a very quiet bike. You're not going to annoy your neighbours with this. Makes a nice little sound if you rev it, but on tick over it really does purr. So backlit switch gear, if I switch that on there, I don't know if you can see that, but at night time that all glows red. It looks really good. So that's it, electronic fuel cap, which is nice. Does come with these bar end mirrors. Now on the web and as standard they are set down low. You have to kind of go like that a bit to look in them, so I think personally if it was me I'd probably swap them over and just put them up here, but it's up to you, personal choice. Anyway, so easily into first gear. Now we have mid mounted controls on this. It's not forward feet like some cruisers, so in the mid, nice and comfortable leg position, super smooth pulling away, and away we go. Right then, so out on the open road on the all new Zontes 125C, and first impressions, it's really nice. It's very smooth for a 125. It's very comfortable. Suspension's nice and plush, gives a high level of comfort, and the engine's nice and perky, like all of the Zontes engines are. So we'll just start off running through the bike. Starting off with the bar end mirrors. So they're very clear, but you do have to move your arm a little bit to see them because they're set down low like that. So I think if it was mine I'd put them up here. But anyway, they're all fine. Lovely LCD dash, loads of information there, very clear and bright. Gears, revs, speed, all very easy to read. Got a clock, trip meters, fuel gauge, so yeah, top marks. Really like that LCD screen. The riding position, because the seat is so low, you really do sit into the bike. It's a very comfortable seat, and you've got the sort of mid controls for your feet. So all in all, a very, very comfortable sort of riding position. Nice wide bars. It's upright, so all good. Right, we'll just try the brakes out. Front and rear together, nothing behind. Yeah, I mean, they're bedding in, it's a new bike, but they're very smooth and strong. So we're just third gear now, just sort of short shifting through the mid-range. Very perky little engine, relatively smooth for a 125, no real nasty vibrations. Top speed on this, absolutely flat out, will be about 70 miles an hour. But as I said, more sort of, you know, comfortable cruising is sort of 55, 60 is absolutely fine. And that's what this bike is all about. So it's quite bumpy down here, and those twin rear shocks at the back are giving a very comfortable ride. We will take it through town a bit later, just to check the low speed fueling and how it runs at low speeds. But as I say, I've always been impressed. Every Zontes bike I've ridden and reviewed has been very good. Keep them serviced, keep them clean, and they'll be nice and reliable. Right, so what's the Zontes like at the lower speeds in town, that sort of thing. So we're currently in fourth gear, around about 30 mile an hour, 5,000 revs. Actually, it's going to take fifth at this sort of speed, so that's good. Fifth gear, 30 mile an hour, just over 4. That's really nice, purring along, super smooth. Fuel injection, the fueling is spot on. Throttle response is mellow, it's not snatchy. Look, suspension feels nice. It's got nice wide bars. It's very manoeuvrable if you had to do a quick manoeuvre. Vibration levels are spot on, very smooth at this sort of speed. Clutch gearbox, let's go down to fourth. Very, very light. Up into fifth again, all good. But you know, it rides along really nicely, doesn't feel heavy in the slightest. If you open it up, it goes nicely. Down to fourth. All the switch gear indicators are very smooth. The switch gears feels good quality. Down to third and to second. Pick up from low RPM is good. It's a very peppy little engine. So that's great, guys. So as you can see, the Zontes Zt125C is absolutely fine for low speed work. If you had to go shopping on it or go to work, commuting, it's a very comfortable bike, lovely riding position. So yeah, 5 stars for the lower speed work. So being 14.5 horsepower, it's a very keen engine, and that means that, you know, in the real world on A roads you can actually keep up with the traffic, do around about 50-55 quite easily. So we're just pulling up a bit of a hill here, no problems at all. But yeah, it's got the feeling of a much bigger bike. So even though it's 125, it's very stable, good suspension. I particularly love all the controls on Zontes. Very smooth. The clutch and the gearbox, very smooth and positive. So that's great. Back brake on its own has a good bit of bite to it as well. But we're just cruising along here, a relaxing sort of 50, and it's very smooth. There's a little bit of a buzz coming through the foot pegs, but nothing untoward at all. Round the bends, it handles very well. You've got a nice sort of decent sized rubber on it, 120, 140 at the rear, so it really does hold the road. It feels nice and safe and stable. CST tyres are used on a lot of the Zontes bikes, and they grip really well. It flicks in really nicely, holds its line well, but it feels very stable and solid most of all, it feels really well put together, you know, like all of the Zontes bikes. Just pulling up this hill now, we're in top gear, and it's still holding 50, holding its own up the hill absolutely fine. So we'll just wrap it up here. This will do nicely, and it's just starting to lightly rain. Good old England. So just going down the gearbox, very smooth, easy light gearbox into first, and neutral is nice and easy. I'll just leave it on with all the lights on, so you can just have a look at all the indicators and lights. So nice bright LEDs. We have your sort of high and low beam there, and nice that it's got this daytime running light there, so if you do turn the lights off, you've got that nice little ring there, so that's all good. And your rear light there. A little look at that dash for you, and a little sound check. So turn it off there, and just hold there to turn it off. And actually it does go off as well when you walk away from the bike, and it has an electronic steering lock as well if you put the bars to one side. So off the side stand, very light, very easy to push about. It's got a decent steering lock on it. Okay, so let's have a final look round the new Zontes Zt125C. So love the look of it, it's really nice, decent suspension, it's very comfortable, all day comfort. You could ride this for all day. Decent brakes, very smooth, got ABS which is nice, decent tyres, they're nice and wide, so plenty of grip there. I'll stand back for you. It does look pretty cool, sort of a bobber style I would say. Great little perky engine, 125cc, 14.5 horsepower, very keen, whizzes along no problem at sort of 55-60, top speed of about 70. Good brakes, stainless steel exhaust, obviously little passenger seat, nice little detail there, Zontes, underslung exhaust. Obviously you've got your rear hanger here, and your sort of hugger to stop all the road debris hitting the back. So basic twin shocks, but they're pretty comfortable, softly sprung. Gearbox all very slick, works nicely. But yeah, the overall build quality is excellent. So yeah, Zontes have done a great job with this. So if you're in the market for something that looks a bit different, a bit cool, definitely take a look at one of these. Well priced as well at 2899. Nice LEDs all round, all your welds, all the plastics. It's all top notch. It really is good from Zontes. Anyway guys, if you wouldn't mind just posting your comments down below. Don't forget to give me a like, share and subscribe as always, and I'll catch you in a week or so for another review. Take care, ride safe, and bye for now.